there's one big reason that I went with twin turbos. Alrighty, we're out in the shop. You can tell by a smile on my face. I got a big old box behind me. Yeah, it's like 48 by 30 or something like that. And you guys probably never saw this coming, or you saw it coming, but maybe not this quick. We're gonna go ahead and unbox this, but we officially have twin turbos here for the F-150. And I'll tell you a little story about this kit because it's not exactly what I plan on buying, but here we are. It's in the garage. I wanna unbox it, do a little inventory on it, and just check it out and see how it looks. So stay tuned. We're gonna do that in today's episode. We need one more thing. Yes, that would be right. What better opportunity than unboxing your twin turbo kit to have a beer? All right, let's jump into it. Before I even bought this truck, I kind of knew that I wanted to run some form of boost on it. I had my eyes on a couple different turbo kits for it, and I'll discuss why I wanted to go turbo a little later in this video, but I had my eye on a couple kits. There was some that were more affordable, like the On3 kits. Those are always more affordable than a American-made kit just because of their location that they're made, and also the general fitment isn't always 1000%. So I ended up finding this kit, which is a On3 twin turbo kit used on Marketplace, and I ended up purchasing it for a very good deal. I paid almost half of what I would have paid new, and everything is very lightly used. So here we are. We got everything out of the boxes. I'll have to go through them without the packaging in there and just confirm that. But the previous owner did a really good job packaging these up and wrapping them and making sure everything stayed nice. I haven't gotten into this one yet. It looks like this one has all of our smaller details kind of stuff, and these were all like the big pieces. So as I mentioned before, when I was doing a little bit of voiceover, time-lapse kind of stuff, the kit was used. I bought it off of the High Performance 5-liter F-150 group. A guy by the name of Joseph had it for sale, and Joseph might even be watching these videos because I did tell him about the YouTube channel. So I got a little bit of a deal on it, and a little bit about this kit. It's pretty much a standard On3 Performance twin kit, but we have the upgraded billet 6667 turbochargers, and so there's going to be a nameplate on the back of these. I'm not going to try and flip it over one-handed, but the turbos, ceramic ball bearing, billet wheel, these are the upgraded versions. So if you just order the base On3 kit, it's 6262 kit. So these are quite a bit larger than what you would normally get. Just looking through everything over here, everything looks pretty good. I will say you're going to see a couple extra nice pieces over here because Joseph did provide me the entire exhaust kit, not just like On3 just has it dumped underneath the truck. So he has everything to get it out the side of the truck, kind of similar to how the black GMC's front pre-tire exhaust is. So that's pretty cool. Pretty excited about that. Everything so far looks good. The only thing I'm a tiny little bit disappointed with, and I understand why Joseph did it, was he painted the intercooler and some of the charge pipes black so that you can't see it through the grill as much. And I probably can guess why he did that. He probably did that because he was doing some grudge racing or some bracket racing or maybe some street racing in Mexico, and he probably didn't want the intercooler and the charge pipes to stand out, you know, saying, hey, I got a twin turbo F-150, because everyone gets scared when to race when you say you got a twin turbo F-150. So that's probably why it was all blacked out. But at least the charge pipes I'll get the paint off of. I'm not sure if I can get it off the intercooler or not. We'll see about that. Otherwise, we'll just leave it black and it'll look good. So there's a lot to unbox here. There's a lot to unpack here and kind of go through an inventory and clamps and that kind of stuff. I'm sure we'll run into some issues with that. But the good thing is having the turbo GMC that I've pieced a couple turbo kits together for this thing, we have some extras. So we shouldn't be too bad off if we need a coupler or clamp or anything like that. But I'm really stoked. Unfortunately, it's middle of January when this shows up. I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to release a video for this, but I don't plan on tearing the F-150 down until end of February, early March. So I get to stare at this beautiful stuff and not use it just because I want to do everything together. So I'm not sure if this is going to be at the beginning of that video or we start tearing everything apart, or if I'm going to do this as a standalone video. I haven't exactly decided yet, but the cat's out of the bag. We got twin turbos for the F-150. Since the GMC, the black GMC, is a single turbo truck, we had to do it twice as good with the twin turbos. Now, I will say there's one big reason that I went with twin turbos on this truck instead of the Whipple that everyone does. There's one big reason. There's two other kind of tertiary reasons. The first reason is the Coyotes with Whipples do not sound good. Straight pipe Coyotes with no cats do not sound good. They don't sound good. They don't sound good. There's no way to make them sound good unless you can't hear them. So I've heard a lot of twin turbo Coyote F-150s, and it muffles the sound really good, and you can run them straight piped, and they are very, very nice sounding, and they are very refined, very crisp, and not too loud. That was one of my biggest reasons. The second biggest reason, which if the first reason's here, the second reason's right below it, is I was a little bit worried about everyone that's snapping crank snouts off of the third gen Coyotes. A lot of people say that it has to do with people not installing the harmonic balancer right, but when all of the Whipple and ProCharger companies that use the front accessory drive are making front crankshaft support brackets and all that jazz, there's clearly another reason, not just people installing the harmonic balancers wrong. So I don't want to deal with that. Don't care to deal with it. Don't want a Whipple. And they're also, the third reason, Whipples are so overdone. Every single F-150 out there that's boosted has a freaking Whipple on it. And Whipple's probably freaking stoked about it because they're making tons of money off of their Whipples and their product. And of course you get the Roush trucks and that kind of stuff as well. But the Whipples are so overdone, and every single regular cab F-150 that's boosted seems like it has a Whipple. So we're going to go with twins. I'm super stoked to have these. Start looking at them, start inventory and stuff. You can see we got a little bit of dirt down in there, so I'm going to pull a compressor covers off of these and, clean them up and just make sure that all that looks good. And then we'll go through all this stuff. We'll clean up some of the black spray paint, at least on this charge pipe right here. We'll go through some of the heat wrap has seen better days, so we'll go through and make sure that all the heat wrap is in good shape. You can see like that guy right there, that's not holding up so well. So we are going to go through this kit, make sure everything's here, inventory everything, take a look at all the condition of everything, and make sure everything's happy. And then we'll get to installing this in about a month, because it's, like I said, middle of January. I want to install it after a couple things I got to take care of. So we're looking end of February before we get this installed. But hopefully you guys are stoked for twin turbo F-150 content. Joseph, that I bought this from, he had a regular cab short bed 4-wheel drive F-150, and on the street, stock motor, his truck ran an 880. Yeah, moment of silence for that. Holy crap, 880. I've been trying to push the black GMC into the 10s. I spent a whole summer trying to do it, and I'm going to bolt turbos on a stock motor F-150. It's going to run 9s. So that's crazy. I'm rambling. I'm pumped. Hope you guys are pumped. Subscribe below, because this shit ain't cheap, and I'm not just doing it for myself, but I'm doing it for you guys and a little bit of YouTube content as well. It's kind of like a diary for myself, but hopefully you guys are enjoying that. So subscribe, leave a like, get freaking stoked for twin turbo F-150 content. See you guys in a little bit. Peace.